So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Navamsa series video. And this week we're going to be covering Mars in the sixth house of your Navamsa chart, as in what happens when Mars is in the sixth house of your D9 Navamsa chart, which is one of the most important charts in Vedic astrology, which kind of shows, the second half of your life, the life after marriage, the strength of your planets, the karkavasta of your planets, and who you are really from within, like your internal self. And as always, if you do not know, if you have Mars in the sixth house of Navamsa and what other planetary placements you may have, check out the links in the description at astrologycares.com, where under shop section you will see the report and the books and consultation. So Mars in the sixth house is actually not a bad position. It is actually a great position, because anytime malefic planets, especially like Rahu and Mars and even Ketu, coming to the sixth house, it's kind of like when especially Mars and Ketu come into the sixth house, their job is to cut things. Their job is to separate things, okay? And so being in a sixth house, Mars gives the person the ability to destroy and cut enemies, competition, cut debt. So no matter how much debt this person may get in, they usually always find some sort of a solution to get out of debt in life. And because sixth house of Navamsa actually shows disagreements, disputes, divorce in the marriage, so again, we show a person is very strategic, because Mars is a strategist. A person is very strategic on how to deal with disputes and fights within the marriage. Mars also in the sixth house shows that a person will definitely have quite, karmic relationship with their father or guru after marriage, or especially in the second half of life. They will argue with their mentors or their gurus. They may, argue or take a stance against their father. They'll try to conquer over the father. Whatever the father has, they want that and more. And at the same time, this is a particular Mars that makes a person into an Indra, meaning this person will feel like they're the eldest. They belong as the eldest in the marriage, in the family, in any kind of their professional situation. Internally, they're feeling like, I don't need to listen to this. I am the one who's going to show you. You need to listen to me. And at the same time, this person does, with Mars in the sixth house, one does tend to get a lot of cuts and bruises. Whether they're working out, playing sports, just like, walking, they may just kind of hurt themselves. But Mars in the sixth house does have the tendency to give a person some sort of bodily, bruises and cuts, But depending upon how the situation of Mars is. Mars, it necessarily will not usually protect in this position, but the severity of those cuts, bruises, that's going to differ depending upon how Mars is, what conjunction it's in, what aspects it's receiving, in the birth chart. The other thing we also see with this particular Mars is that a person becomes very competitive in marriage. So in marriage situation, they will feel like they have to win every situation. They have to win or any battle, whether it's normal argument or seeing who will, control the bank account, who will control this, who goes where and when. So again, there's that, like I said, there's that Indra quality that comes in with Mars in the sixth house, that a person is always feeling like they have to go to battle with someone. However, when it comes to dealing with disputes, issues of divorces, legal battles, they're excellent at it. So now, a lot of people get divorces, okay? A lot of people, even in Indian culture, get divorced. And with Mars in the sixth house, whoever has Mars in the sixth house, will most definitely be the strongest person to deal with the stress of dispute, to deal with the stress of, lawyers and dividing assets. They'll be the one who will be strategizing. Now, of course, there's other placement of Mars, but this is just that overly brave person. Like, I don't care what you're bringing, I'll deal with it. So this is, some of the basic things that Mars does in the 6th house of Navamsa. Now, of course, once you get into signs and even some of the divisional nakshatras, then you can like open a whole, can of a wormhole of information with that particular Mars. And Mars, the other thing we also see is that in foreign lands, one is also victorious. Whenever a person goes to foreign lands, they'll conquer things with Mars in the 6th house. And that usually happens later in life. So whenever one goes to foreign lands, travels to foreign lands, we'll be able to defeat and conquer enemies. We'll be able to conquer over competition. Okay. So guys, this was my analysis of Mars in the 6th house of your Deen and Navamsa chart. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you want to know where your Mars is placed, all my books, reports, consultations, check out the link in the description. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.